Yo, welcome to Politics Nation here on MSNBC. I am your host, Roger Dorfman, filling in for Al Sharpton, who is on assignment. With us tonight is our special guest, President Barack Obama. What's cracking, Prez?
Thank you, Roger. It's nice to be here. I know most of the mainstream media by name, as they help me twist facts and distort the truth to meet my reckless agenda, but I don't think I've met you before.
Yeah, man. I was just clocking down the street at the Occupy movement with my peeps, protesting with the rest of the union thugs and wanksters, the lack of jobs and all. I came into 30 Rock to take a leak, and these dudes in the bathroom asked me if I could fill in here while Big Al was out. So I said sure.
Good for you. This is the land of opportunity after all. I'm sure you're as well qualified as most of the hosts on this network.
Our topic tonight is taxes. As many of you all know, taxes pay for our government, such as all the politicians' salaries, entitlement programs, our national defense, the departments of energy, labor, education, and on and on and on and on. So, Barack, man, how much does the government grab in taxes each year?
Well, Roger, last year the government raised $2.3 trillion in income and payroll taxes.
Whoa, man, you were blowing my head off. That's a lot of coin. Where does all this cash come from?
Yes, it is a really big number. The income taxes and payroll taxes are paid by those of us that work for a living, corporations that provide our jobs, or citizens who have income associated with investing in America.
Slow down, Prez. So this would be like my mommy, right? And the company she works for, right? And, my grandfather in the old folks' home who lives off his life savings.
That's right. They pay a portion of the total amount of taxes to fund all of the ridiculously excessive federal government operations.
Okay, man. I get that. Now, let's talk about what the government does with all this money. So, what do you spend the $2.3 trillion on?
Well, Roger, actually the government currently is spending over $3.5 trillion a year on everything we are involved in.
Hey, Prez, I'm no math wizard, or, one of your Wall Street cronies or nothing, but, that doesn't make sense. You only have $2.3 trillion coming into Washington. Where does the other $1.2 trillion come from?
Well, Roger, we create it out of thin air, by issuing something known as debt. That is a promise to pay some person, corporation or country at some future time the extra $1.2 trillion we borrowed and spent today. That is called deficit spending. Spent today, pay some day down the road. Of course, I'll be out of office by then.
Whoa, that's so hardcore. So, how will we get the extra $1.2 trillion to pay them all back in the future?
I can see you are not a professional news anchor. Someone like Al Sharpton would never ask such a stupid question. The answer is we will issue new debt, of course.
My bad. No need to crack on me, dude. I get it now. This is, me paying off my credit card balance with a new credit card. Cool. Very clever, Prez.
Yes, it is. This debt allows our country to make endless promises to people that there is no possible way to ever meet, such as Medicare, Social Security and my latest abortion called Obamacare.
Well, this may be a stupid question too, but, why do you make these promises?
Roger, you twit. Didn't the MSNBC producers give you the approved questions? I can see why you are in the Occupy movement. Do I have to spell everything out for you? It is to get me elected, of course. Then I can continue my quest to turn our once moral, industrious and church-centered country of hard-working individuals into a nation of whining, greedy, lazy and morally bankrupt government-supported leeches. That way, they will continue to vote for the Democratic Party because the only way they can survive is through our excessive government handouts.
Whoa, that sounds like a country I want to live in. So I can just protest all day, party all night, get me a 40 or two, watch reality TV shows, and the government will still pay me.
Why, yes. Roger, you were catching on.
So, like, can I live way beyond my means like the U.S. government, spending whatever I want on who knows what and never pay it back?
Yes, you can. Our government serves as an excellent role model for our citizens, giving them countless examples of how to properly manage their own finances. Spend and more spending, worry about paying for it later. That is what deficit spending is all about. As long as there are suckers in this world that continue to pay good money after our worthless debt, why not? Besides, I will be out of office when this financial house of cards blows up into nuclear fireball.
That's cool. Okay, so, President Obama, like, how much of this government debt is currently out there floating around?
Roger, those matters don't concern me. I am far too busy giving speeches about clean energy, gay marriage, and taxing rich people. But I did overhear someone in the White House John last week say it was about $16 trillion.
Holy crap, Batman. That is like out of science fiction.
Yes. Just to demonstrate, it is the equivalent of stacking $1 bills in a pile as large as a football field and 100 times taller than the Statue of Liberty.
Yo, hardcore graphic dude. This is a family show. So what should we do?
Well, Roger, of course we raise taxes on the rich. The American people are too hypnotized by my words to realize that the tax increase I have been blabbering about endlessly while our country sinks under the crushing weight of this debt would only close about 2 weeks' worth of our reckless deficit spending. It's like trying to plug a Hoover Dam break with a stick of bubble gum. But it sounds so good.
Man, bummer. President Obama, like, who are the fat fools dumb enough to keep lending us money when, like, they know how much debt is out there?
Roger, as I said earlier, there are suckers born every day. My job is to take advantage of the situation, for the benefit of advancing our fairy tale Democratic Party ideals. Hardworking people like your parents probably have savings bonds or treasury bills. Many foreign government allies, who helped America in our wars and our trusted trading partners own huge amounts of our debt. Our corporate and government pension plans and retirement accounts that the chumps, citizens who work for a living are relying on for their retirement are loaded down with our good old government debt. Hell, even the Chinese own a couple trillion worth of our debt. Serves them right. Besides, our biased, incompetent and disgraceful mainstream media have done a good job covering this situation up for me.
Well, I feel good now.
You should feel good, Roger. After all, what could be better than free money?
President Obama, like, what would happen to the people one day soon when they do not get paid back on our debt?
Roger, honestly, who cares? Most of our country is financially illiterate, so they don't see what is happening. If I just talk a good game about soaking the rich for more taxes, it is as deep into the issues as they want to look. If they actually knew what our reckless Democratic Party promises such as Obamacare and Medicaid had done to the very future of America, they would gather en masse, storm the White House and rip me limb from limb. That Harry Reid would be tarred and feathered just like the traitors of old. And I would hate to see what they'd do to Nancy Pelosi. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Like, what about Joe Biden? Can he do anything?
Does that tell you the answer?
Like, President Obama, I can see why you are a rock star. It is all about looking good, making promises and milking the system while you can, passing democratic garbage like Obamacare that there's no way to pay for, and then getting out of town while the getting is good. Thanks for dropping that science on me.
You're welcome. Now, Roger, I have another speech to give on why we need to waste more tax dollars studying the environmental impact of the Keystone Pipeline for the 10th time instead of putting 10,000 people to work.
Yo, producer, like, can I fill in again? It's all about ratings, right? This is a lot more fun than holding a sign all day.